All right, I think we have everyone. I am Kristie Swink Benson. I am the new Vice President of Communications and Chief Spokesperson for WMATA. I am joining WMATA by way of Atlanta, and I am excited to be here. I've been working with Ian and Sherry, who are fantastic, and learning the WMATA way, and I am definitely looking forward to working with each and every one of you. So we'll get started with today's service update. We have 40 trains in service, and of the 44 are being used for crowding and any maintenance issues. Customers started seeing trains today every 12 minutes on the red line, which is down from 15 minutes, and every 20 minutes on the green and yellow lines. That's an addition of the yellow line from last week. And as more cars become available this month, we will improve service on blue, orange, silver lines, which remain at 30-minute headways. This weekend, we had 94% of trains arrive within 10 minutes of their schedule. And customers may notice some of the 8-car legacy trains running. That's going to give us more capacity as we look to improve service each week. So our focus continues to be safety and giving customers more reliable transportation throughout the region. I am going to switch gears and share my screen. So let me know if you have any trouble seeing my screen as we give you an update on the 7K cars. Can everyone see that?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. Metro began testing 7Ks this morning. Customers are going to see 2 weighted 8-car trains running throughout the system. As you can see from the picture that's on the screen, these are the weights, and this simulates passenger service. The doors will also be marked with decals that indicate there are no passengers on board and that this is a test train. And so we'll continue to keep you updated as we continue our progress. Again, we're focused on safety and reliable service, and we want to make sure that customers have all the information that they need to continue their daily routine. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'll take any questions that you may have. If you want to use the raise your hand feature, or if you want to come off mute and ask me a question, that'll be just fine.
Hi, Kristie, Tom Rousey, Channel 7. You'll be sick of me before long.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask, I had a couple questions on different topics, but one about the 7K. Previously, between what has been said by Paul and other Metro folks there, this process would take at least 12 days that I guess you've started today. And then I was told once a final plan is approved, you're talking at least another 2 weeks. So are we able to say it's going to be at least 4 weeks or so before the 7Ks return? Or can we at least say it's going to be at least X long?
Well, Tom, I think you've talked with Ian and Sherry, and you know that we haven't put a time frame on any of this. Again, it's about safety. It's about doing this right. And I think that Paul has indicated that through many of his remarks. And so I can't give you an estimated time frame, but what I will tell you is that we continue to focus on safety and reliable service.
Okay. Are you at least able to say, they won't come back this month? I mean, it seems like you've pretty much said service is going to stay slower than normal through the end of November, correct?
Well, again, we are improving our headways. I think you can see that week over week. And we continue to look at ways to improve service for our customers. We don't want to get into giving a time frame because, again, that goes against some of the things that we've already said, wanting to do this right, wanting to continue to be safe. And so I can't give you a time frame, but know that we'll continue to keep you updated as we have been throughout the last couple of weeks.
Okay, and I'll let others go, but I did have a question on a totally different topic, but I'll let others address service first. So if anybody else had questions.
I say keep going.
Okay.
Well, if you're going.
I wanted to ask about the infrastructure bill and what what do you know what that means for Metro yet? I mean, is there money directly coming to you? Do you need to get it through the states? Do you have even a preliminary idea what that infrastructure bill is going to mean for Metro at this point?
I mean, so obviously we're grateful to the congressional delegation. It's a big milestone in terms of investment in transit, which is exciting for us. We're still working through the bill. And the bill could increase WMATA's annual receipt of federal funds for formula grants to the tune of 80 million to 100 million per year. We're going to be aggressive in determining which projects are eligible for discretionary grants. But beyond that, we kind of have to see what projects get funded.
And it seems to me it's not going to be like operational costs, it's going to be more capital costs projects. Is that the sense you have at this point?
That's the sense that I have, but again, everybody is still getting up to speed with it, with the news just coming out over the weekend. And so we'll continue to do that. And as we have more information, we'll definitely provide it.
Thank you, Kristie.
Thank you, Tom, and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Any other questions? I always like to say concerns or compliments as well. I take those all into consideration.
I just want to say welcome, Kristie. I'm Justin.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Oh, are you able to hear me?
I am able to hear you, Kristie.
Hi, Kristie. It's Kristie.
Great name.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, there was an inquiry about, hey, why are you still charging us full fare on rush hours? And then the response was, it takes a little while to activate that, but that was weeks ago. I mean, was there a plan to actually move in the direction of reducing people's fares, because this is going on and continuing and who knows when it's going to end?
If you've been watching the board meetings, it's something that the board is looking at, and I think we'll continue to work with them as this continues to look at what fares are. But it is really something that we have to do in conjunction with the board.
But it takes a lot of processing time. You can't flip a switch and make the change appear different.
That's correct.
So, right. So is there a process? I mean, are you even exploring moving in that direction since this seems to be lingering?
It's definitely the board's decision, and we will continue to work with them and obviously implement anything that they would like us to do, but it is a board decision. And so we'll continue to work with them and continue to look at fares in the coming weeks and months.
This is a challenge that everyone is facing together. I mean, it's not easy for you getting through this, and it's certainly not easy for your riders getting through this. This is pain. This is lifestyle. This is challenges that they can't, that are beyond their control. Please say something to your listeners, your riders, to let them know that you at least are feeling their pain, or you
Well,
care.
Of course we are. I mean, I'm a Metro rider. I'm riding the Metro every single day and have been since I got to DC. I went to school at American University as a graduate student long ago and rode the Metro then. I've always loved Metro. And so we recognize that this is something that everybody is feeling. Metro is a part of our daily lives and helps people get to and from whatever the destination may be. And so, of course, we're feeling it. Of course, we sympathize and empathize with our customers, and we want them to know that we continue to focus on safe, reliable service and getting them safe, reliable service in the region. Thank you, Kristie. Do we have any other questions? Stan, I see your question in the chat. It says, any update from NTSB on the investigation, or should that question be directed to the NTSB specifically? It should be definitely directed to the NTSB specifically. As you know, we can't comment directly on the investigation, but we continue to keep you updated on service as it stands right now. All right, thank you, Stan.
Hi, Kristie. This is Jordan Pascal with WMU Public Radio. Welcome.
Hey, Jordan. Thank
Welcome,
you.
first of all. And second, just wanted to know, I think previously Wiedefeld had said that these test trains would be on the tracks for about 12 days. Is that still kind of the estimated timeline? And is that running every day, or is it going to be just business days, that sort of thing?
I can get back with you on that with regard to the timeline. What I do know is that we started testing today. And again, everything that I shared with you earlier indicates what customers will see. No passengers on these trains, just the weighted simulation to make sure that we are getting an accurate representation of what it would be if customers were on board. And we continue to implement those tests. So I can get you information about timeline. I don't have that right now.
Thank you.
And Justin, I see your question. Do you have a quick question? A count of how many 6,000 series cars are now operating in revenue service. I don't have that, but we can definitely get back to you. Any other questions? Well, thank you so much. We'll continue to keep you updated and look for a note from us on our briefing tomorrow. Thank you.